Hi all and welcome back to my Let's Play of Morrowind. I think we're on like episode 61 or something, or maybe 62. Time flies when you're having fun. We are trying to find the counsellor, Ramble, for this quest for Crassius, so let's head over there. Just a quick note on some video quality things. I think we should be okay now. I noticed after editing and uploading the last couple of videos, the quality, there's a bit of artifacting on them, and I believe it was due to the fact that when I reset up my computer in OBS after doing a wipe, it didn't save my settings, so I was actually like running it on very bad sort of bit rates and whatnot. So yeah, that should all be sorted as of now. Anyway, I believe where we need to go is in here, so you may as well join me. I may as well not do a cut as of yet, because I don't think we're far away. It's the Haunted Manor, isn't it? I'm sure we've been here before for the Hortiter quest, but we've been asked to go back, so more than welcome to. I can't remember why the manor was haunted either. Was it like ghosts in there? Let's have a look. There's whispering, which I think is a sign of ghosts. It's a sign of something, anyway. Guarding the bold. Drambarrow. I believe you are here to ask for my support on the council. I have supported you as Hortiter, but pledging my support in Halalu Council is another matter. It's nice that they recognise that that's already happened. If I am to risk supporting you, I must know that you are strong as well as clever. I will offer support if you best my champion guarding the bold. Are you willing? Yes, of course. Good. You may not use any tactics. You may use any tactics at your disposable. Disposable? Disposable. I'll disposable of him. I would prefer that you spare his life, but I will not insist upon it. Cool. Speak with guarding the bold. Then meet him in the arena.
Don't stand about.
Hi, Nord. Duel. Cool. Meet him in the arena. And I'll meet you in the arena. Well, this is the arena, and it's doing the classic thing of starting the fight whilst I'm outside. I don't want to cheese this one if I can, so I'm going to try and get down in the arena. In fact, I can do that if I've got my correct trousers on. Travel stain pants? Oh, cool. Does that make me wear them then? That's a good bit of knowledge. I mean, I say I don't want to cheese it, but then proceed by almost doing a half cheese. I mean, it's very quick. I suppose that might actually help the not shooting him from above. Come, what are you doing? Okay, let me just do the thing I'm good at. Okay, we beat him. I'll tell Dram what happened. There we go. Wasn't so hard, was it? Wasn't so hard. Now this is very not Halalu, isn't it? Defeating a champion so that we can progress within the I was just seeing if the bold was still here. To progress within the what do you call it? The collective, let's say. Normally they'd have me go and bribe someone. I believe you are here to ask for my support on the council. You defeated my champion fairly, I will support you. Cool. You got any business for me? If you want to talk business, speak with Crassius. No, so let's go back to Crassius and continue down that quest line. I keep pressing R to run forward because I've been playing Final Fantasy XIV. Don't ask me why in the middle of a busiest time in my life I'm starting an MMO. I'm not sure either. It's good though. Hi, Crassius. You may have some business. Let's talk. The naughty Telvanni also built a stronghold well out of charter. Before the Duke grants this stronghold legitimacy, I want you to deal with the Telvanni sorcerer, Raynal Uvilrith. The Telvanni stronghold of Tel Uvilrith is built on Uvilrith's grave due west of Tel Fir, and northwest of Urbanasum camp. I'll mark these on your map. Don't be subtle. Make sure House Telvanni gets a message. Sure, Crassius. Although you are wearing thin. Tel Fir, I can't even remember where that is. Let's have a look on the map together, eh? They seem to have like most of the coastal areas. Urbanassu's down here. Uvris Grave. So that's Telfair. So if we come out to Sadrith Mora, might be a good place, and then maybe a boat across the Telfair and across that way. Sounds like a plan. Why do the Telvarni have to be such massive a-holes? I love their structures and their buildings and their towns, and they look like they would not be comfortable to live inside, but it's really a part of, I think, the unique landscape, and I would so side with them, but they just all seem like utter pretentious a-holes. I do not like them. So focused with like power and magic and stuff. And it's a particular trope, isn't it, to be focused with those things, and I get where it comes from, but I just don't want to side with them. I don't really like the Halalu, to be honest. I just heard that that's a way to sort of get to some of the story stuff I want to see. I want to see... Is this... Telfir, Talrune, Holamayan. We'll just have to walk across the ocean. We've done it before, we'll do it again. I say walk, I mean fly. I mean, my mum always said don't go to the fireman. But I want to know who he is. I think it's a frost Atronach. Which I have no idea if I'm pronouncing that right, but there we go. Atronach. It's dead now, whatever. It looked like it was on fire. I was genuinely confused at what it is, but we see so few of those enemies that it's just kind of like, You know, it's not one that's burned into my memory like most of the overground enemies that you fight, 16 million of as you move around. I have to say, I think that is probably the most repetitive part of walking around. They get, like, the landscape right, but, you know, I'm still fighting these Qualma foragers from the very beginning of the game, which actually I don't have a problem with. It's that, you know, you go through all the areas and they all have pretty much the same enemy types within. You know, you're going to be fighting a Lich, you're going to be fighting Qualma foragers. There's not much variance unless you go near something in particular. But I think this is our target location. We have to kill the owner of the big house. Oh, we could have had a stronghold like this, couldn't we? I feel like I'm missing out now. I mean, am I beyond siding with some a-holes for some prime real estate? Apparently so. Oh, we have to be able to levitate around here as well. Oh, hello. You really don't like me straight away, do you? I mean, is that us? I mean, they're dead. I don't hate a cure poison necklace, it'd be useful. I was genuinely expecting this to be much harder and like try and find them. Let's have a nose around the rest of the house whilst we're here. I mean, could we just take this as our own? Ah, yes, from the downstairs so we can tend to our crystal farms. Very important, very, very important in house building. Every house must have them. So you can have your crystal entrance, see? Well, there we go. That's that done. Let's use this, see where on earth it brings us to. Know where we want to be. Malagmar. Ooh, a new town. Seems like one of the cantons, but open, maybe? And a Silt Strider as well, to boot. They've been very clever with reusing building structures. I mean, that photo here, this screen here, that could be Vivek, couldn't it? And it is the same structure in buildings, but instead instead of having your big door here, they've just had it open to lead to a town. It's smart. Smart use of your time, you know. You're not having to build unique structures every... Oh, no. Okay. I mean, there's not too much we can do this second. It's a Redderun town, apparently. But let's get a Silt Strider and get the heck out of here. I mean, you look at the map and there's like this whole corner we've not really explored. It seems like the West Coast is where the majority of things have been on, and the East Coast is definitely Telvanni's territory, isn't it? Just thinking an interesting sort of thought that I had, and I think it would be something interesting to sort of say out loud. We're probably reaching not the end point, but we're getting quite far through this LP. There's not millions and millions more things that I want to do all in all. Well, there is. It's probably going to last quite a bit longer because I do want to do Mage's Guild, and I do want to do the DLC as a minimum, really. But I think because I tend to get people who view these videos will just view a random one. So if you are and you have lasted this far through, I think it'd be interesting to talk about whether I actually end up recommending Morrowind or not. And honestly, I think my Steam review that I misspelt a word on stands very true. I think it's worth playing, but if you have an interest in the Elder Scrolls and sort of games as a historical artifact, I think it's worth playing, but just be aware of all the things you need to remove and get rid of to not to have fun, but to play the game in have the experience of the game that you want. And I think it's worth doing that and take it on your own terms. But all in all, like my thoughts of all the quests that we've gone on, I think they could be perceived as being boring by a lot of people, but I love them. I love what missions this game has taken us. We're in the wrong place here, are we? Yeah, we're in Telvanni. Did I click the wrong one? Oops. Of course, they have some mushrooms growing in a corner. The missions themselves, I think, ground themselves in a really intelligent way and make them. We've gone very wrong here, haven't we? I must have just clicked the wrong button altogether. Yeah, the mission stories themselves, what you're doing in the missions, it's the same from this game all the way through. You have a mission to go and do X, Y, or Z, and that usually involves talking to a few people, killing a few people, and gathering some loot. That all remains the same, and that sort of essential structure of it hasn't changed, which is fun, but the combat is weaker in this game, making it harder to recommend on that. But the actual narrative structure and like the stories that they build up using that sort of mission base thing are all, for me, have been all interesting and grounded in a sort of fictionalized reality that feels real, or realish anyway. And the things it's interested in actually weigh heavily as a counterpoint to the things that fantasy is typically interested in. Not fantasy games are typically interested in. I don't want to speak broadly to fantasy as a genre because it's not one I'm super familiar with, but games more so. And I think the parts I always enjoy about those games, and if this is true for yourself as well, it's the small moments, it's the quieter moments, it's the it's using them to build something, build a world, and using sort of what you're having to do to build a world. So I'm thinking of like the smaller moments in The Witcher, having to bribe people in this. I love all that stuff. So if that's the sort of thing that interests you, then yeah, definitely play this game. Anyway, we're back to Crassius. Did you find Raynal Ulrith? No longer a threat. I heard that Raynal Ulrith is dead. I am proud of you, Dumpling. Please take another 1,000 drakes from House Halalu. Busyness. I have no more business. Maybe it's time you were introduced to Duke Vadrum Dren in Ebonheart. Why Ebonheart's a pain in the butt place to get to. I think that there is other set of quests that I can do in Vivec, isn't there? Let me just have a quick look into it. So, may as well join me from this, because I'm not 100% sure what's going to happen. But this is potentially someone who else can give us quests. So, they might not be essential, but I want to do all the quests, because there's a certain set of quests within this, within House Halali that I want to make sure we are covering. No, Meribo, I don't believe we've met. My name is Adreno Rethi. I don't have an official title, but I handle House Halalu's business here in Vivec. Business. Yes, of course, I need a courier to deliver this sealed report. Take this sealed report to Baron Allen, the clerk of the Halalu Treasury in Vivec. Cool, we can do that. I hate the Treasury. It's a pain in the butt to find. I've been there like 4 times now, and I get it wrong every time. But it doesn't seem like it's a far away one, so I'll take it. Are you a treasury? You are a treasury. You Baron's the one we got the stronghold deets off, wasn't it? It's this guy. Hello. Sealed report. Is that report for me? Yes, take it. Good God. Good. You can tell Arethi that you delivered it. Yeah, I know where she is. I was just seeing if you had an opinion on her. If you wanted to dish some of the gossip on her. We've are going a different way than we came in. But we still found our way. So that's the important part. This place is a bit of a maze sometimes. A bit of a maze. Right, okay. There we go, Arethi. Sealed report. I'm glad you were able to get that report to Baron Allen in time. 50 drakes. God. I need to be paid more than that. I need someone to collect debt from Morrowind Flaeus. Feels like we should have done these quests before Crassius, but there we go. You learn. Morrowind Flaeus owes House Halalu noble over 800 drakes in gambling debts. He lives in Halar Oad. Go there and get the drakes from him. If he refuses to give you the money, you can kill him. But if you get the money, you can keep half of it. I wonder... We can just give the money, can't we? I mean, yeah, let's do it. And you get to keep half. 400 gold removed from my inventory. Right, business. Bandits are always bad for business. Because of bandits on the road to Pelagiad, the Halalu trader, Tarvin Farron, needs an escort. Meet Tarvin Farron on the road to Pelagiad near the Silt Strider just north of the bridge to the foreign quarter. Escort him safely. My favourite. I wonder why we all hate escort quests so much. I don't have like a big thesis brewing, or do I? Escort quests. Well. I would suppose that a limited pace and having to care for something else has more opportunities for the systems around them to go wrong. So, for instance, escorting. You want to take one person from one place and take them to another place. And if you were just doing that alone, you would just walk there and you'd get there and it'd be okay. Fine. There are things that could go wrong, but they happen to you, they're caused by you. Whereas if the machinations of the game dying to kill off the person you're escorting in some weird and wonderful way, you feel frustrated because the systems, even though you are engaging with them on their terms, aren't giving the results you expected, and it's just like whenever that happens in games it's bad. So I wonder if like an escort quest just gives more opportunity for that sort of tomfoolery to sort of happen. There we go, that's the word I was thinking of. So I'm imagining this is the person we need to be escorting. So let's see how this goes. Hello. Yes. Will you take me to Pelagiad? Travel together. Wait here 1 second. I need to do my actual superpower and save the game. Once I've done that, we can then travel together. Follow me. Let's go. I mean, can't we just pay for a Silt Strider? Feels like we're breaking the rules doing it that way. I know this isn't meant to be a rambly one, but I'm going to ramble a bit he's a slow walker. I'm going to ramble a bit just so I can keep myself entertained on this damnable quest. What should we talk about? I think I would like to talk about Final Fantasy XIV because I have a video brewing. And it's always an no. Okay. It's always an excited time to have a video brewing because it's sort of, you get the impression that a lot could happen and a lot could change. Oh yeah, this is real bad. Hello, will you swim with me? Yeah, because it's like when you're brewing a video, there's like a lot that could happen and it could be the best video you've ever made, and sort of the process of trying to figure out how to achieve that, even if it's not going to be the best ever, is kind of fun. Oh, this road isn't long anyway. So my video on Final Fantasy XIV is going to be about starting a new MMO. So I haven't played loads of MMOs. In fact, the one I've probably played the most of is Final Fantasy XIV. But I started again with the newest patch 5.3 because they're changing the main story quest, and I wanted to see that, and I'm just in the mood for that sort of game that I can hop in and hop out of and chill in and do that sort of thing. And it was RuneScape for a minute, but I got bored of that pretty quickly. I think even though RuneScape has a lot of different things that you can be doing, I should be leveling up my destruction whilst I do this. Yeah, even though it's got a lot of stuff that you can be doing, I couldn't justify spending loads of time playing it. I never even got a video out on it. Whereas I think there's possibly more to talk about with something like Final Fantasy XIV. But I think there's a joy in the possibility space with an MMO, because especially one that's had design on it for a number of years, because you almost don't know what's available, like what you can do, and the games tend to be better or worse at portraying what is potentially there for you to enjoy. Some games don't lead you to the good content, you have to find it yourself. But at the moment, there seems to be plenty of good content for me to be working my way towards. And it's not even that, it's like, okay, there's been a way I've been thinking about these sort of MMO games recently. And it came about with RuneScape, and it's sort of, as you build your character, there is a creative element that goes into it, in how you build it, and sort of as your knowledge grows, it means it changes how you build it and how you create it, but you are crafting something, and it's only a digital thing, but it's something with the pushback of the game in various ways, you have to figure out how to craft this thing, and I think that sort of having all of that open in front of you is a fun experience. But also, I think, just grinding out levels is good, isn't it? Putting it simply, having a thing that you're progressing in the background, whether that is something in a human-made structured form of a video game, or something that's self-guided with yourself. And a video game can be self-guided, or it can be structured. I'm tending to find one of the reasons I play a lot of shooters is I can structure my own progress in front of me. Cool. So what I mean by that is I can choose to be leveling up. Is Balmora closer? It's almost Seydaneen to the closest. Let's go there. Yeah, so something I've got into recently is exercise. I've been doing a lot of running, and the interesting thing about that is I actually have a few people in my life who are runners, experienced runners, and they do a lot of running themselves. And they're talking to me about doing half marathons, and doing times which are 8, 9, 10 minute miles, even shorter in some cases. And I am there, and because I'm doing it I'm walking back to Vivek, aren't I? I'm sure if I cut off that way, it's probably the right way. I'm there doing 15-minute miles and plodding along at my own pace. And, 6 months ago, I couldn't run a mile. And now I'm at the stage where I'm running, 4, 5, 6 miles. No, I'm not up to 6 miles yet. 5 miles. 4, 5 miles on regular. And it's not the easiest, but the thing I notice is I'm getting better. And I'm getting better, against myself. That's the thing, I'm not racing anyone else. And that's the way I play competitive games, weirdly. I don't, the person I'm competing against isn't the other teams. I am. They're the thing that's the pushback for me to work on. But the thing that I'm competing against is getting better myself. And I think, games offer the opportunity for that in various different ways, and it's one of the reasons I play these shooters. So this brings back to sort of Final Fantasy. The pushback isn't necessary from other players, it's from the game itself. But that's part of the fun with building a character in an MMO. You are constantly getting better within a set of parameters, and that is, I think, something that's quite addictive. It's funny actually, because my little brother plays a few shooters as well. He's been playing Overwatch and things like that, and he doesn't care if his team's having a go at him. He doesn't care if everything's going a bit wrong. He's interested in exactly the same thing, of just this self-progression of, I want to get better at this game. I want to beat what I was doing, a month ago or however long. So it's, yeah, I think it's all interesting, and it's something like, so bringing it right back to an RPG like Morrowind, it's something that's definitely an element of the structure of why people enjoy these games. You start off on a prison boat at nothing, and you build a character, and that I think will be forever endearing to players. Anyway, that's enough on a little ramble. I'm going to try and write that into some form of a script thing. I've made it a rambly one by accident, sorry. But sometimes the needs must. I hope Tevin Farron made it safely to Pelagiad. Yet he raised safely and he has 500 drakes. Business. Not business today, but duty. House Lalu sent a team to an illegal Telvanni base, but they have not returned from Odin Neran. Go to Ordinaran on the Azura's coast west of the Shrine to Azura and south of the old Dwemer ruins of Nechim Dams. I'm sure I butchered that. I mean, it's a fake language, you can't butcher it. Well, you can, but anyway. We will mark these ruins on your map. If there are any survivors, ask them what needs to be done. If there are no survivors, take revenge on the foul Telvanni there. I'm not getting into this foul Telvanni thing. I'm just here to do the quests involving freeing slaves. That's all I'm here for. I'm not even focusing on them either, which is kind of bad on my part, but you know. Azura Coast. Where's the Azura Shrine? It's like here? Voss. Somewhere up here, isn't it? I'm sure it is. I want to know where I need to be heading to start this quest. So I'm sure we walked like down like one of these and it's like here. Oh, is it here? Is it Gonapal? Valivarion? I can't remember the word she just said to me either. Ordinaram. Go to Ordinaram on Azura's coast, west of the Shrine to Azura and south of the old Dwemer ruins. I might have to look at a map. Nishleft Ruin. That's the one, wasn't it? West of the Shrine of Azura and south of there. So Voss and Telvoss, so Sadrith Mora, so Foreign Quarter. Let's do it. Let's go. Anyway, we've got a few minutes to tie this up, so let's ramble our way through the end. Yeah, this is going to be Wednesday's video. There's going to be another, next video in this series is going to be Saturday. And in the in-between time, there's going to be a Fallout Friday. So that will be there. Hopefully, like, the video quality is a bit better, but you know, I'm still learning this whole process of video editing and stuff. So there has to be some room, even though I'm like, what, probably 70, 80 episodes into a YouTube channel. There will still be the occasional mistake. I can promise you that. But yeah, let's just end it and I'll teleport on post video. Yeah, thank you for watching. My name's been Billy. As you say, they're the videos that are up and coming. Please like the video if you do, because I need the likes to help get the videos out there. My view count has really dropped off, but it's to be expected. I'm not releasing videos every day because that would be impossible, or I'd kill myself doing it. So you get what you're given. This is definitely a whole endeavour of just plodding along and getting better at it slowly whilst I can, and exploring like ideas that I like. Oh, please move. I hate this. Thank you. No. Yeah. No. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, subscribe if you want more of this type of content showing up on your feed. There'll be roughly 4 to 5 videos a week. There's 4 guaranteed, hopefully. There's no guarantees in this world. But there's 4 planned, and then 1 unplanned video that can occasionally pop up. Is that everything? That is everything, I think. Right, yeah, let's go. Goodbye. Go, seriously, goodbye. Bye.